Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it is now Wednesday, midway through the week, and I'm going to show you what I eat today. I'm off to work now, and as always I am taking my breakfast and my lunch with me and my hydrate mate, because I have one hydrate mate in the morning and then one in the afternoon, so like nearly 2 litres, and then I drink loads when I come home anyway. So yeah, I'll show you what I'm going to take with me. So for my breakfast I have got the overnight grape nuts, which has got 40 grams of grape nuts, one Muller Light, and then just a load of frozen fruit, and it's just got 2 layers in it. That looks really nice. I'm looking forward to having that when I get to work. And then mid-morning, probably about 10:30, I will have the Big Peach. Here is lunch: pea, ham and carrot soup, and a half a sin jelly pot, and then raspberries, blueberries and strawberries. So I'm just putting this on before I leave for work on low all day, and it's the Slimming World pulled pork. It's really nice, this recipe, and I'm going to have it for lunches for the rest of the week just with veg. Really good for SP, and it smells good already and it's not even cooked, but yeah, really looking forward to that. So when I come home I'll just shred it up and then I'll leave it on until it really thickens up, and it's just so yummy. Hello, so I'm in from work now. It's 5:30, so I've worked a little bit later tonight just to get some stuff done, and the house smells of pulled pork. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now as I open the lid, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I've pulled it. Right, so here it is. Just let this steam out. It's not too steamy considering I've not opened it. So that's what it looks like, and then I'm just gonna pull it and yeah, just show you how it pulls apart. So I'm gonna use 2 forks when I've got 2 hands in a minute, but I can just show you how it just literally, you can see how it's gonna pull, and then it just all goes into the sauce and everything. So yeah, and I just pick out obviously any bits of like fat or whatever. So I'll pull it now and then I'll show you. So there it is, all pulled. Well, it probably looks a bit dark beforehand, but you can see how thick the sauce has gone. And I've just tasted it, and I'm not joking. Oh, it's so good. So what I'll do is I'll make a brew and then I'll sit down, have a chat with you, and then I can tell you what the recipe is. Right, I'm back. So I'm just having a brew. Still a bit hot, that. I was going to get you that recipe, wasn't I? For the barbecue pulled pork. Probably a lot of you have tried it, but if you haven't, it's definitely a recipe to try because it's really nice. I use it a lot for like SP meals, so tend to have it for SP lunch. If you literally just type into Google Slimming World barbecue pulled pork, it's the first one that comes up, and it is, I'll tell you the recipe just in case you can't get onto it. So I buy the pulled pork from Aldi, and just be careful when you get it because there is a mixture in the box, you know, when they have a couple of different types. So they have a crackling one and then one for pulled pork, and it has like pulled pork written all over it, so you go for that one. It's a bit of a messy job getting the fat off it, but literally there's a thing of fat on the top, and I just cut it off with scissors as best I can so it's as lean as possible, and then put it into your slow cooker. Now the recipe tells you to mix the ingredients in a small bowl first. I've never done that. All I do is 5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce on top, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, 500 grams of passata, 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 2 cloves of garlic. I just use lazy garlic, 3 tablespoons of sweetener, just whack it on, and salt and ground black pepper. So I just use those grinders on top, and I just give it a good mix round, coat it, and usually, like last night, I prepped it the night before, so I did it last night before I went to bed, put it in the fridge in the slow cooker with the lid on, and then this morning I just took it out and turned it on before I went to work. Obviously don't put the electric bit, just your actual pot slow cooker in the fridge. I know you won't be that thick, and just leave it on all day. If you are in the house, give it a bit of a mix around part way through. Like I say, I put it on this morning at about, I would say 7 o'clock, I've got in at 5:30, not touched it, just shredded it up, and it's perfectly fine. So I've just turned the slow cooker off when I've shredded it up. Sometimes if you're earlier than that, you might find it goes probably a little bit watery, but once you've shredded it up, leave it on for a bit longer and it really does thicken up. I've made it a couple of times for taster session at group, and all the members have absolutely loved it, and they don't quite know how I get it like it is. But yeah, I think the key to it is leave it as long as you possibly can, but obviously you still want it to be a bit saucy, so I think mine's just perfect as it is. So yeah, what I'm going to do in a minute is cook up some vegetables and then have it Thursday, Friday for lunch with veg, and then whatever I've got left can either go in the freezer with the veg, or tomorrow I think we're going to be on 5% burgers, so I could top it with that. That's quite exciting. It is lovely, so please do try it. And I think other people use like the barbecue sauce for other things like Hunter's chicken and stuff like that. I've never actually done that, but I can imagine it tastes lovely. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a sit down, tell you a bit about how my week's been going. I've had a good week on plan. I'm just going to get my Instagram up to jog my memory on my iPad. Just to basically tell you how things have gone this week. So I'm tasting my drink. So, if you don't know, I post all my meals on Instagram, so come over and follow me. My name is Natalie _Marie _Josie with an EY _SW. I post all my meals on there pretty much, apart from any treat meals like on a Saturday night. Sunday started off with, now Jo Vlogs picked up on this, which made me giggle. I still need to reply to that comment. She picked up and said, I must have said mug in a cake. I meant cake in a mug, and I had that for breakfast on Sunday with choc shot and just speedy fruit. Lunch, I had that pea and ham soup. Oh my word, I have loved that soup this week. It's so much better the next day or the next days. It was lovely. Then I did a beef roast dinner on Sunday for me and Rob, and yeah, the actual beef that I got from Asda, not the best. I think I ended up, it was just a beef roast joint, but normally I get like top side of beef or something like that, and yeah, won't be getting that from Asda again. So it was just that Aldi had run out, that was the only thing. The rest of it was nice, but obviously the main bit is the meat, isn't it? I ended that day with popcorn and some chocolate, and then we were into October, weren't we? So yeah, I've been on plan ever since. Really enjoyed that pea and ham soup this week. But obviously, I will update you a bit more on Saturday when I go to group and see what the result is. One thing I did want to mention to you was I registered my Slimming World card, and it said it had been submitted, but then I've not had an email or anything that I've seen. So I don't really know. Has anyone else had that, where they've registered it and then kind of not heard anything by email? Hopefully they'll get back to me, but thinking about it, I've not checked probably today. But my consultant, she was saying that the cards have actually started working for some people, and that was last Saturday. So I think if you like registered it as soon as you got it, your 10% is probably working. So yeah, it's worth trying, isn't it, if you do go in. So yeah, like I say, in a minute I'm going to go and cook my veg up and sort lunches out for the next few days. And then for breakfast, I'm going to make something for my breakfast, but I'm just trying to think what. Quite fancy some mini quiches for breakfast, or I might just end up doing boiled eggs. Be one or the other. Let me know if you've not received an email. Maybe I'm not the only one. Maybe that's just the process, and we'll get in touch soon. Tea tonight is going to be Nando's chicken. So I'm going to try that lemon. I think it's lemon and herb, isn't it? In the oven, and hopefully we'll like that. I think it's either 3 or 3.5 sins. So obviously I'll sin it. I'm going to have it with I'm going to say Slimming World chips and probably salad, I think. I'll show it you when it's done. I'm going to go and catch up on some telly now. sort my veg out for my pulled pork, and then I will see you a little later on and I'll show you what tea looks like. So I'm getting ready to make tea now. I've just cut these chips and parboiled them. I've fry lighted them, and then I have just grinded some salt over the top, so they're going to go in the oven in a second. I'm going to put them in at the same time as the chicken, so I'll show you the Nando's chicken now. So here it is. I am going to open it up now and show you what's inside. So it's really nicely wrapped, it's got that round it, and then you open it up and you get your seasoning. So what I'm going to do is get my chicken in the bag and then add the seasoning. So this is it in the bag after I've put the seasoning in and give it a really good sort of mix. I'm going to put it on the tray now and put it in the oven for 40 minutes. Right, so I've literally just laid it out so all the chicken is flat on the tray. Close the bag up and I'm just going to put it in the oven for like 40 minutes and we'll see what it's like once it's done. I've just got my veg boiling to go with the pulled pork, and then I'm going to do some carrot and swede. I've decided to do the breakfast muffins. So in there I've got 1 tub of the Aldi cottage cheese and 6 eggs and some salt and pepper, and literally I'll just give it a good mix up, and that is the egg mixture. And then these floppy moulds are from Wilkinson's, and I think they're like £2.50 and you get 12. Nice colours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make them really speedy. So I've chopped some mushrooms up, and then normally what I would do is just put them on a tray and put my, say, mushrooms in, put the egg on, and then just top them with like tomatoes. So both of my trays are in the oven with tea on. So I've got my tomatoes in here. So yeah, I'm basically just putting the mushrooms in, ready for when the tray comes out, and then I can quickly pour them in and eat my tea. So yeah, I will show you them once they are done. So I'm going to open this up now and show you this chicken. It's been in for 40 minutes. You just got to be careful because loads of steam comes out. So it looks like that, and it looks delightful. So yeah, I am just waiting for Rob to get out of the shower, and then I'm going to plate that up. And there they are, ready to go in the oven. So they'll go in for 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll just keep checking them. So here is my Wednesday night food prep. I've got a leftover Nando's chicken breast. I've got 4 portions of the pulled pork, carrot and swede, broccoli and cauliflower, and then I've got 12 of the breakfast quiche muffins. So this is going to do me for the next few days, and also 2 of these can go in the freezer. So we've just finished our Nando's chicken. It was 3.5 cents for the chicken bag and the sachet. So I put 3 chicken breasts in, so I'm going to count 1.5 for that. I had half a tin for my lunch, which was the jelly, so that's 2 cents. And then I'm now going to show you what I have for my supper. So I've got some Snacker Jacks, which is the 22 grams bag and is 4.5 cents. I've got a pickup for 2.5 and a Kinder Mini for 1.5. So that is 8.5 cents. So I am ending today on 10.5 cents. So I'm also going to have 2 of the breakfast quiche muffins, which have just come out of the oven, but they are sin free. So I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.